Okay, so this section is the objectives of a commercial bank. You have liquidity, profitability, and security. Now, if a bank just kept all its cash and just took someone's cash in and never lent any money out at all, then it wouldn't really be a bank. The whole idea of a bank is they're going to lend out loads and loads of money. Now, the more money that they lend out, of course, is the more money that they make. Now, you need to have in your head on here a picture of the structure of a bank's balance sheet. Remember doing this previously? We had cash, and then we had money at call, treasury bills, bonds, and advances. It's the advances where they make the most amount of money. And then on the liability side, we have customer deposits, capital and reserves. These are shares taken in from the banks, etc. So we need to have a clear idea of this. Now, basically, banks want to balance all of these things: liquidity, profitability, and security. And they are in contrast. If you want to make loads of profit, we just lend out loads and loads of money, but then the bank may not be secure and it might not be liquid if people come and ask for their money, or a lack of security if all of these loans go bad. So a bank is sort of in a state whereby what it should do. An interesting one to talk about is banks just took in cash, they're not going to make any money. A safe form of investment for banks is bonds, because that is guaranteed money from the bank, and we assume really that with government bonds that they can't go under. The riskiest thing, as I keep on repeating, is advances, but if it was all advances, then the bank might actually go bust. Now, if we go back 2008 and 2009, then the Northern Rock was giving out loads and loads and loads of loans, making loads of advances and borrowing money on the short term. So it was borrowing short term, lending long term. It was lending long term at fairly high rates of interest, maybe 6, 7, 8%, but it was borrowing in a short method on lower interest, maybe at 4%. So it's making vast amounts of money out of that. But eventually, people couldn't pay back their advances, and then people stopped lending the bank money, so therefore Northern Rock became insolvent. So if the advances go bad, then the assets will be less than the liabilities, and the whole bank can collapse. So, good story to tell about Northern Rock. Good story to talk about bonds are fairly safe. Advances are not so safe. And if you have too many of them, then this may affect their security.